Hello, and welcome to another episode of Life Lessons for a Time Such as Now. I am Tracy. We're here with Crystal, Joanna, and Cece, our special guest. Hey, Cece. Hey,
Hello.
everyone.
Hi.
Hey,
How
hello.
you doing?
Hi.
Today's topic is child support. Is it fair? Well, it depends on what you think is fair or what your situation may be. So I'm going to start first. So some people kind of agree or disagree with going to court and getting child support for their child. What is child support? Child support is supposed to be financial of financial responsibility that the courts may assist you in receiving so that you can take care of this child. Usually it's for, roof over their head, clothes on their back, food in their stomach, right? The things that they need. But sometimes it's also, well, I gotta also pay bills, right? Gas, electric, and all that. That all comes into it. But some people, men and women, may not agree with that because they feel like it should just go to the child. So if the child needs clothes, that's it. It's supposed to go to that child. But that's not really what child support is about. I've had experiences with child support, and I thought it was very much unfair because it was based on me and the father's income. And because my income was more than his, he was only allowed to pay $25 every 2 weeks. So that's $50 a month. I don't know what that was paying because it wasn't paying the bill. So was he really taking care of his responsibility? I'm not sure. What do you guys think?
Nope,
Not,
he was not
not at
taking. He was
$50 a
definitely not
month.
paying nothing. Not even a light bill.
Everybody want to join in. Everybody.
Hey, it's like, especially today, that's absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. You can't even go to the store and buy some groceries today for $50.
Correct.
And
Even
back then, you couldn't buy nothing
Yeah,
with
that's
no
true.
$25.
Yeah, true. But it's even worse today. So
my point is, you're aggravated, and you got to live your life, right? You want to live your life, but you don't want to take care of what you. We did this together. I didn't do it by myself. We had fun together.
Mm-hmm.
And now you want me to do it by myself.
Right.
Because I can. Because you wasn't man enough to do it. Don't get me started. Well, let me preach.
Oh, hey, girl. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Okay. And my thing is, when I sit back and think about it, like, I was going to give him a complete pass. Because, he was in jail and it was what it was. And I was so in love. I got my baby. I got him. As mothers, we always got our children. No matter what the struggle looked like, we got our children. But when you start to get on my last nerves, oh, we playing this because I could be nice and let you just live your life. Nope, but you want to play with me? Now I'm gonna play with you. And that's the only thing that in my head that I had that I can kind of get them. Because I realized at a younger age that you don't want to pay, you're gonna pay at some point because you don't get to be young all your life. You don't get to be dumb your whole life. So at some point, you got to get a job. Now you get this job, and I got you where I need you. You're gonna pay. You're gonna always every time that $80 come out your check, you be like, oh.
So now some people may say,
Mm-hmm.
oh, well, it's about her. And I'm just playing.
Yeah, of course. As you should.
It's about her because she just said, oh, he's playing with me. So it's not really about the child. It's about she want to get his money just to punish him. What do you say to that?
I say my kid is grown and he's always taken care of. But you played with me back then, like he put my life in jeopardy in the sense of it was just a lot. I can go into depth. We'll talk about that another episode because it's a good one. But I really didn't care what you gave me. Like, give me something. Like, give him a haircut. Maybe he want McDonald's. Like, so when you say that, I'm saying you're playing with me. It's not really me, but you're playing with my child. So when you're playing with my child, you're playing with me.
You better
My
say
kid
it.
needs what he needs.
You better say it.
Wow. Yeah, I agree. But I was one of those women who had the kids, and because he was incarcerated for so long, that I got nothing the whole time. Nothing. I completely raised my kids on my own. Now, be, I was told back then that because he was incarcerated, I could not take him for child support, which I find out later I could have, but it's too late. You would think when he got out, he would have made up for some of it. No, I had birthed them, I raised them, and I had to deal with it myself.
And you did a good job, girl.
Thank you.
You really did.
I think
Yeah.
we always do a good job.
Yeah, we do. We
Isn't that,
did
that's
what
not
we
the
could.
issue. Unless you have some drug issues or something like that, a mother's gonna be a mother all day long. Unless you have some mental and drug issues, that's different.
Mhm.
But as long as you're a real mom, your kids are never. We suffer together.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So when these guys act like, I don't even know what to call them, but yeah, when they start acting up and you're like, okay. And sometimes as a mom, you just don't want to go through it. Like I tell my younger ladies, new moms, old moms, and they going through it. And it's like, oh, I don't want to take them to child support. I don't want to be aggravated. And I get that part. Because let me tell you, I used to go to court every month and this guy never shows up. But I'm taking off work. I'm losing money. But you know what? When I sit back and I look at it now, it was worth it. You know why? Because now my son is 34 years old and he's paying now. And listen, I don't need the money, but at least every time he gets his paycheck, he knows I should have did it or I'm doing it now. Something got to remind him. Why is it so easy for these guys?
To walk away from the child, because now having to put someone on child support is bigger than, hey, he needs a haircut, he needs a, you played a role in making this baby. So to me, that's part of their accountability of paying what they should. Bad enough you're paying child support, complaining about it, and still not there to take care of the child.
Right.
Mhm. Yeah, that's good, Joanna. That part is really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Where do we figure out, like, you think these women or want, like I said, I have to say these women because I wasn't entitled. I wasn't eligible to get any. So I thought, but it is what it is. And you come out and you would think when you got out to say, you know what? I got it from here on. Yeah, they grown. They don't need much. They whatever. But I got it. You know what I mean? Or, I wasn't there. I'm sorry I wasn't there, or, just something more. But okay, you was one that got over.
But you know what's, sorry, I don't mean to cut you, but you know what's, I hear what you're saying and you're right. But I feel like it's so unfair because he got out and he's still not taking care of his kids, right? Like, meaning, I'm just saying in general, you get out of jail or you get out of your situation and you still don't feel like you just want to be called dad and you want all this respect and you just want, like, that's, you kind of got to earn that, don't you?
And I feel for my situation, you got grandchildren now. Take over.
Do better. Be better, do
grandchildren.
better.
Be there for your kids. Be there for your grandkids.
Mhm.
But no. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta play devil's advocate a little bit here. Because I know some women that go to court, and I guess what they're trying to change the system with child support, and which is true. So many women or young girls are having these babies so young when they know they shouldn't, but for whatever the reason is, they're having these babies. But it's not all on the man. I really feel it should be an equal cut. Okay, well, what do you make? What do you make? Okay. This is what it's gonna cost to take care of this child. Guess what? That's a 50-50. Now, yes, I think men, they need to go after more men that's not there for their children, because if the child is living in the woman's home, she's actually doing a lot more of the work. The court should not only make them pay child support, the court should say, well, you need to be there to pick up that child from school half the week. She's responsible for the other half. You're responsible for the medical. You see what I'm saying? Make equal.
That's how it
make
is, though.
equal.
I'm sorry, but that's how it is. Well, that's how it
It don't
was. I don't
seem
know
like
about
it.
now.
That-
It does.
Like before, like they would take into consideration, daycare, health insurance, and even college. They would do that as well.
They don't make them pick them up. They don't make them, hey, you responsible. If it's a boy, get his hair cut. If it's a girl, take her to get her hair done. Things like that. Make them play a bigger role in that child's life.
But can you
Well,
make
actually,
someone?
you
Can you
can't.
make
You can't.
someone play a
No.
You
part?
can't
Wait,
make them,
You
but
can't.
wait, because
we're
my
talking
thing
about
is you can,
fairness.
huh?
I said you can't make no one, but we're talking about fairness.
Right, the fairness, but I hear you and it makes sense, but it doesn't, right? Because at some point, even as you can't force the man who don't want to take care of his kid, right? So that's why sometimes you get
Correct.
involved in courts and you tell the courts, hey, this is what's happening, and boom. And even though they say, okay, this is what he has to pay, and he has visiting rights every other weekend, if he don't come up on his weekend, what are they gonna do? They're gonna say, "Oh, you got it." No, they're not gonna do it. They're just gonna continue to say, to give him, you pay your child support, and it is what it is. So if he don't want to see his kid, that's not the court's problem. That's a him problem,
Yeah.
right?
I
That was
totally
my
agree
can't
with you.
make them.
situation. That was my situation. We had the child support, he paid for the medical, or I paid for whatever. It was broken up like that, but he was supposed to come and get him every other weekend, but he never did. So I wound up doing all the work, taking him to him and picking him up, and just so he can have a relationship with his father. You know what I mean? And it was a terrible situation. So I talked to my son now, today about it, and it's like, he's grown now, so I don't have to get, involved with it. So I think that, a man should pay child support, but as long as a child is living in your home, we're going to always have to do the most. You know what I
Of course.
mean? We have to take them to the doctors. If something happened in school, we're the ones who have to go up to the school and lose money or whatever it is. So men should pay child support, and it's a shame that we just
You
can't
gotta
work
beg.
together, because if we all work together as parents, then everybody can save money and the man wouldn't have to be in our business.
Right.
I totally agree, Crystal, on that. Cece, you as well. You cannot force a man to do anything. However, if you don't want to see my children, you don't have to. You really don't, right? Because that was my decision to lay down with you to have my children. That was my decision. So I'm going to take that, right? Because that's
Yeah.
part of what I have to
Yeah.
take, my
Yes. Yeah.
responsibility. However, I am going to court to file for child support, because if you don't want to see them, that's fine. However, you're going to take care of them, though, right? Because I believe, like some women say, I don't need no child support. I don't need this. I don't need that. But it's not for
I don't need
you.
$25. You don't need it, but
But
it's
it's
a
not
point
for
being made.
you. It's for that kid.
Exactly.
Right? And even, who are you hurting? Right? You can even say, well, it ain't hurting my kid because my kid got everything. Yeah, but still, you could put that in for college fund, right? You could do certain things for that, right? Save it. So even if the child wanted to go in on his own business, that's for that child. Has nothing to do with the woman at all, women or men, because I have to say too, there's
Yes.
men
Yeah.
out there who's raising
Exactly.
these children, and women are not paying child support either. So I have to really just balance it out.
Yeah.
But it's not fair to just say that men are doing that. But my
Yes.
point is, that is it unfair? It is unfair at the balance, right? Because it's imbalanced.
The balance. Yeah.
The amount of money that they're giving based on someone's income is ridiculous to me. It's ridiculous. right? Because you don't know if I have other children. You don't know what I'm going through. How are you going to say that I have to pay the rest and all he has to pay is 50? That's $25 a week. Fast forward, my ex-husband was on drugs. He went to prison. He did all that too. But I got him for child support before he started doing all that. So he was on the books and it was calculating. He owed
Exactly.
me a whole lot of money. And they called me and they said, okay, because now, he's sober. He's
Right,
married
he's better.
again. Now he done changed his life. Well, whoop-de-doo, you changed your life. But you still got to answer. You got to answer to this, brother, because I struggled to make ends meet. And when
Yes,
they
ma'am.
called me and they said, would you like to forgive half of his debt? I said, absolutely not. Because my debt
Exactly.
wasn't forgiven. And I had to make sure that my children ate in spite of what he did. Right. So even if he didn't give me money, I had to make sure those lights was on, the gas. I had to borrow money. I had to beg. I had to, do whatever it is I had to do to make it work. No, I want all of my money back. Okay. And to
I'm
this
with
day,
you.
my children,
I'm with
all
you.
of my children in their 30s, and I'm
I'm
still
with
getting child support. Yes, I am.
And so am I. And
I
listen.
wish I was.
But listen, but you know what's crazy? Because it's
I got
funny.
gypped.
I talk to some people, and Joanna knows, and like I share that conversation. I'm like, you know what? Go get your money. I tell the younger generation, listen, it's not go get your money, but go get your kids' money. Like, stop letting they getting old. Not everybody. I'm not talking about all men. Please, all men don't feel like I'm talking, but the ones that are not doing what they're supposed to do, and you just feel like you just get to live your life, and your kids struggle, and now they're grown, and now you want to get in their life. And but what did you do?
Where's your accountability? Where's your
Exactly.
accountability? Okay, yeah, you were young then, but so was I, right? I was
Exactly.
young.
You had no
And
choice.
I was pregnant and I had to carry these babies and I had to raise them. I had to go through it. So I wasn't able to escape it. No, you're not escaping it. If you had a kid by me, sorry, you're not escaping it.
I have so many friends that was like, oh, I couldn't be bothered. It was $25. I'm like, it's $25 more than what you had. $25 more than what your kid had. And to your point, Trey, at least you can say, okay, this is going towards college. Because really and truly, we make shit happen. So that little money helps.
Yes, it does. And I totally agree with both of y'all. And like I said, I guess I'm kind of hating a little bit because I was one of the women that couldn't get nothing.
So
Didn't get
Joanna, let
nothing.
me ask you.
Yeah.
So did you even file for child support before he got locked up?
No, because remember when he got locked up, my kids were very young. My daughter was 3 months. And it was like, okay, he did. I was going to take him to child support, but what happened was, he wasn't working at the time. I'm like, I ain't gonna get nothing, and I was misinformed. If I was informed, like, yo, no matter what, take him, even if he goes to jail, I would have, trust me, I would have been saying my kids are 30 something years old, I'm still getting child
Right. Still be getting,
support.
you still
Guess
be
what?
getting paid, right?
He had a son before mine, and I believe the mother is getting child support to
Oh,
this
she
day.
did. She got her 17%.
She
See,
said
that's the
it.
truth be told.
She got
It's
child
not
support?
fun.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. But truth be told, you need to be the first one. Right? Because if they got a
And even
multiple
if
kids,
you're the second or third, you're gonna get something.
no, you're gonna get. But when you're the first one to kind of register, you get the first 17. My thing is, if he got, so my son's father has 9, I think 9 kids.
Papa
Nine,
was a
9 or
Rolling
10.
Stone.
Papa was a Rolling Stone. So, but I was the first one to and he was in the longest relationship with me because he had all these babies outside of me, but whatever. So once I realized that too, and just all, like I said, he put me through some stuff. And once I went and did it, I was the first one. So when you're the first one, you get the first 17%. Correct, Trey? It's like 17%.
I don't know if I got 17%.
I know.
with $25 a week.
No,
I
he
don't
had
know
no
what that
money.
was.
No. So this is what happens. No, you're right. But
I
what
don't know what
happens
that was.
is no. So it was 17% on zero, but it doesn't matter now, right? Because now I'm
Correct.
starting right.
Right.
But I was the first one, so he had whatever had to come. That 17% had to come to me because I was the first one.
Correct.
Now all the other baby mamas,
It
they
breaks
get
down.
a little
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
of course, at that point, I wasn't getting anything. So 17 or zero is zero, right? So, but
Correct.
now I get the first bump and they get whatever. And I did the most bid with him. So
Yeah. I told a family member, she didn't want to do it, but they had already broken up and he was with someone else and they were getting serious. I said, you better take this man to child support, because if she has a baby and let's say they break up, you're not going to get the whole thing, right? She's going to get off top. And then whatever's left is what you get.
Off top.
Oh, she ran over there and got it. I said, yeah, because at the end of the day, and some men on child support, they're not going to give you extra. Well, you got my money, so
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like they're not getting. God, I'm sorry.
No, I'm listening to you, but they say you got my money, but the $25, meaning for you 25, for me 50. And what is $50 doing? What is $25 doing?
Putting
Nothing.
gas in the car and maybe not even not even filling up the tank.
That's one trip to McDonald's for the kids, and they're done. Belly full for a half a second. What about the other?
I say gas money. Look, I say gas money and maybe a few dollars for them to go out and get some popcorn or go out and get something. That's it. That won't even pay a bill.
That wasn't even nothing. Yeah.
But wait, you got men. Okay, I'm going to give my takeaway right now.
Okay.
You have some men that think because they pay child support,
that's all they got to do.
Doing something. You're not doing anything, because especially when you miss the child's Christmas, you miss their birthday. If you feel your money that you're giving equates to raising that child, it does nothing at all. And like you said, this is not for men that take care of their children. We are not men bashing. We're actually sharing our stories with our listeners. At the same time, hopefully we can reach those that do nothing, because there are a lot out there. And you're right, Trey said it. It's not only men, it's women as well. So I feel that we have to do better. It's not once you lay down and have sex with someone and a kid is conceived from that, it's both your responsibility. And so that means if the child lives with the mom, then it's up to the dad to chip in big, one way or another. If you have to go to court, then you're doing something wrong. You may not like the woman, or vice versa. You may not like the woman. You may not agree with how she acts, or how you feel about her makes you so angry that you just say, freak it. I'm not going to take care of the child because the way I feel about the other parent. That is totally wrong. It's bigger than that. You're going to be one of them dads that you got to apologize to that child when they get as an adult and say, I'm sorry I wasn't there. Because that child's going to read you your report card. Definitely. And I must say, to that person who I had children with, I'm still waiting.
I know that's right.
Wait on, girl. Wait on.
I know that's right. Look, why don't you go down and file for child support now? It's like,
you think I can? Yeah, I would. I'd be like, I need payback. It was not easy for a struggling mom like myself. It was not easy. It was not fair. I didn't sign up for that. And I don't think I deserved that. I don't think my children deserve that.
Right.
So now that you're home, you would think, okay, I couldn't be there for the children. Let me be there for the grandchildren. You ain't even there for them. Let's wake up.
But the funny thing is, so this is where I feel like maybe he's a narcissist, because I think in his head he believes that he's there for his grandkids, but we know better. I'm just saying what he feels.
Oh, I'm like, how can you
No,
say
no, no. We know better. I know better.
Oh.
You know better. But in his look, I believe he feels like, oh, I'm there for my grand, even though he's not, because
No,
this
the
is
only
something
thing
that
I
he
would
put in his
say,
head.
no, the only thing I would say on his behalf, and I
Mm-hmm.
shouldn't, but I will, because I'm fair. I try to be fair. I might not,
Yeah.
I might have issues about
Yeah.
the situation, but I'm gonna be fair.
Mhm.
Like when they say this is recorded, that he spent 25 years in jail. So his mentality is still in jail.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
He has not came out and lived the life. He's living now, working, and before he went to jail, he never had a job. But yeah, he working his butt off now. But who you working it off for?
See, if you would have took his ass to child support, you'd be getting paid right now, sister girl.
Exactly.
So stop playing with these brothers. Stop playing. You want to play with us
Mhm.
because we young and dumb and we in love? We can't get
Yeah.
you then. But when your mind becomes adult, adults have to work. Whether you come out of jail or unless you're just gonna be a menace to society, once you come out, you have to work. If he was getting taxed his little money, well, he ain't used to getting shit, but I'm just saying, if he's taxed getting his money, then oh well. If it's $5, $10, you want it. That's all I'm saying.
All right.
Drop the drop
Drop your mic.
dropped it.
Okay. So like I'm about to do double dutch. I'm about to jump in. I'm about to jump in.
Uh-oh.
So, for me, I always think about, child support and you got to take someone to court. And I don't know who it was who said it, that if someone has to take you to court, that means you already filed. You're already wrong, right? And so my thing is, your children is your legacy. Your
Hello.
children is your legacy.
That's deep.
Why won't you nurture your legacy?
Preach.
Because at the end of the day, if you're not taking care of them, you know whose legacy they are? That strong, beautiful Black woman.
Queen.
Queen. And I'm dropping my mic.
You know, that was a mic to
Yeah.
drop. I'm dropping it for you too.
Thank you kindly. Chris, you want to jump in double dutch?
Go ahead.
No, I'm gonna wait patiently.
You're the last one, so
Yeah. So ladies, this was a good topic, but yeah, if we all been down this road, you know what I mean? And yeah, you are foul if that's what we have to do. We have to take you to court for you to take care of your seed. You know what I mean? And yeah, and a quick story before we go. My son, he was his father's last name. But as he got older and he realized who was taking care of him, he decided he wanted to carry my last name. So
That's
You know
deep.
what I mean? The legacy.
That's
so
deep.
right, exactly. So that hurt him because he thought I had something to do with all that. But no, I didn't have anything to do with that, because the best thing about everything is this: children grow older and they see stuff. And you don't have to say anything bad about them, to them, because they're going to see it for themselves. So my thing is that we need to encourage these young people to have to take these men, to court, if they have to do that. And also, don't keep your kids away from their fathers, women.
Oh, that's
For
another
those who
topic,
want to
girl.
take
Agree.
care of
I agree.
That's
their
another topic,
children.
girl.
Yeah, that's a whole
Yeah,
I agree with
we'll
that.
get into that, but that's my takeaway.
Yes.
Okay. And we
Nice.
can do a topic on that and dive deeper. So I
Yes.
want to thank you all. Do anybody have anything else to say before we close out this episode? All right. So we're going to thank you all for listening to Life Lessons for a Time Such as Now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and to share, and leave a comment. Thank you for watching. Good night.
Bye.